Today we're going to talk about skin resilience. This is day 4 of my 30-day series on glowing with age. Now, when I started working with skin and when I was writing my book called The Hormonal Acne Solution back in 2014, I was really focusing on helping women, building resilience of their skin because in the process of building that resilience, we build resilience for ourselves internally as well in our life. So when I started, I kind of felt, I thought this was resilience. Being able to handle anything the world throws at me and not breaking out and not flaring up. But then I realized it was only a protective mechanism where I was creating this armor and the shield around me, and it was really driven by survival. I mean, it definitely worked. I was doing more, I was disciplined, I was also disconnected, really. I was not holding boundaries. I was letting things come in, people pulling me in different directions, but saying yes when my body said no. But I held it all together. And because I thought I was being very strong, being resilient, and able to handle anything in the world that is thrown at me. So that was what I thought resilient was. But as time went on, I realized that kind of resilience helps for a while until your body says no more, until it costs you your skin, and your skin almost, the mask that we wear starts to break down, starts to fall apart. So in time I realized resilience is all about the ability to hold ourselves when we are choosing ourselves, when we are saying, when we stop saying yes, when our body says no, when we stop people pleasing, when we are, stop being the savior for everybody, and being grounded in who we are, grounded in our skin, and loving her. So that's what I realized, and the shift I made from being protective, shield, you know, very stubborn resilience to flexible resilience. And I would equate it like almost like a hedgehog. When a hedgehog, a lot of spikes and it's prickly, and we protect it when it's, you know, when it feels danger, then it will protect itself. And it does a really good job. And sometimes like this, we will put up our shield and we can put up the mask, do all the products, do all the skin treatments, put our makeup that, we are. It's almost like war paint. War paint is like, yes, I'm going to war and I'm going to make this happen. I'm not going to let anybody put me down. But we know with that hedgehog, lots of prickly, it's still very soft inside, very soft. So there will be a time that I realized that I needed to go through that transition. Maybe you're going through during this time as well. And the transition was holding the ability to hold yourself as you are making little choices, micro actions that choose, that prioritize your well-being, prioritize your soul, um, listening to your wisdom and actioning it, holding yourself in this transition zone. And it equates to almost like, the chrysalis in the caterpillar, because when you're in the chrysalis, you're not fully formed yet and you're still fragile, but this chrysalis holds you in this transformation. All the messy parts is inside, but it holds you. So that is why I call it the becoming. It's almost like the ABCs of resilience. So A is the armor, which we are shield, we hold ourselves, and we need it to survive, and Sometimes we need to. When life it's unpredictable, and sometimes that's the best thing that we can do at that time. But in time, if we do that too much and too long, then it will cost us. And our skin, after a while, it will just go a bit crazy. I was like, no, no, no more. And it starts to fall apart and break down. And then the final part is the C of, yeah, so A, B, C. So that is connection in resilience. And that is about being fully grounded. It's almost like a bamboo. It's really strong, yet soft. It's it's grounded, it's rigid, but also flexible as the wind blows. And in community, it grows even taller. So we can't be on ourselves because we have to be around people, but we're able to be so secure in ourselves, secure in our skin, that we are able to grow taller, um, more ourselves, express more ourselves in a sea of people around us. And I see it like when we are looking at the protective resilience, um, it's almost like me against the world, me against them. Okay. But as we move towards the connect connecting resilience, that is more me with me. It's not about me against the world. It's not about, you know, someone is out to get me, the universe is out to get me, or I envy other people that I can't, why is it me? Why, kind of woe is what's the word? Woe is me. So it's almost like the victim mindset when we're moving towards the connecting resilience, and that's where we start to build this me and me. So there's no one else that, this is my life, and I bring in people that I want to bring in my life, and I want to move towards creating a life on my terms. So that's kind of the different part. So the ABCs of resilience, from protection, shielding, survival, all the way to connecting. Because the connecting part, you'll find that you do less, you trust yourself more, you don't feel that you need to be running the race all the time, and you have more discernment. You're doing things that matter, and not just about filling your plate and book, buying products, buying courses, getting different coaches and practitioners or therapists and seeing different doctors, and you learn to come back to yourself. So we got doing less, we got discernment, doing what matters, and you are devoted to yourself. And to move through this resilience, I would say there's 7 areas, 7 things that you could do. Okay, I call it the sacred S of building skin resilience. And I'll start with S. Okay, this is things that I found really helpful for me, and I found it's my medicine. The first one is space. We need to create space in our minds, in our bodies, in our diaries, because when we're running around, we increase our stress hormone cortisol, and it skews the perception of time. So always thinks that, okay, I'm running out of time. I need to rush. I need to do things really quickly. So space is just so that we can breathe, and we can actually see what is going on. And next is slowing down. A little bit about like space, but the slowing down is, yeah, so you can hear yourself, so you can actually listen to yourself, what your body is trying to say. And I know, yeah, that's scary sometimes, and that is a skill that we all need to learn and get better at. After slowing down is solitude, learning how to enjoy being in your own company. That is the important part. I remember when I broke up, with my, at one point I was going through a couple of years dating different men, needing external validation, and but and I was searching outside of me. I was outsourcing my value, my worth, my love, instead of giving it to myself. And after the decision to like, okay, that's enough of dating frogs. I need to take care of myself, kind of focus on me. I started going to the movies on myself, museums on myself, dating myself, solo dates. I love my solo dates. And it's a really great opportunity. If you haven't done a solo date, go on a solo date. Don't wait for someone else to take you. Go on yourself. That's where you learn as well what you like and what you don't like. The next is sensation, sensory, senses. How can you increase your sensory power? Because the more you can taste food, feel textures, hear, when you are alive, when you are connected, when you are very present, you just feel everything. And your senses just go like, whoa, tingling. So it's almost like you are intoxicated with life, with the world, with the beauty of the world. And so that's, what you can do. Go make a point to smell flowers, go into perfume place if you're not too sensitive to it. Feel textures, feel textiles. When you're eating, slowly eat and really taste the food. And then or go to music concert or quite classic one. Maybe blindfold yourself or close your eyes and just really listen. So it really trains your senses to be alert and be grounded. And the next is somatic, being in your body, feeling your body. That is because a lot of us are really stuck, and we may feel stuck, but we're not stuck. Yeah, so I'm moving my body, you're moving your body, and you're moving kind of like you shake your body here and there. So that's somatic, kind of releasing things. So don't let the energy get stuck in your body. Release it, release it, release it. And next is stories. Rewriting the stories we tell ourselves, rewriting the stories that we attach old stories to things that we believe mean something, but no longer does, and it's no longer serving us. So we want to rewrite it, we want to change it. So if you're not working with a therapist or working with a coach, then spend time journaling. I find that in the morning, first thing in the morning, when it's really quiet and you're just journaling, you can heal yourself, and then just write down without any filters, and write down, say what what are you trying to say to yourself. Okay. And the last one is surrender. So you got space, slowing down, solitude, sensation or senses, somatic, stories, and the last one is surrender. I think after we do everything, the ego wants to make things happen fast. And we just need to let it go to the universe and just trust what is for us will come to us in its own time. And I remember one of my mentors said that we have to be the person that attracts that dream, that dream of us want us. So we need that to be the person to attract it, and also create the lifestyle to support the woman that we are becoming or want to become. So those are the 7 sacred assets for building resilience. Hope you found this video useful. If it's helpful, save, share, like, and subscribe. If you want to follow on the 30 days series on Glow with Age. Until tomorrow. See you later. Bye.